Hello, Yarniverse students and yarn lovers. Today we not outside. What? Today we outside again because I had this idea to make to give y'all a tutorial on how to make a baby blanket on a central knitting machine. And I have a whole bunch of yarn at home, but I decided that fall is coming, so why not make a fall themed, piece. So that's what we about to do. Now when we turn this corner, we're hoping for a sale, we're hoping for a sale, we're hoping for a sale. Okay, two for $5. I like a bird on the day. So we're gonna go for an orange because we're gonna make it simple. It's gonna be a really simple, really simple blanket. We're gonna go for an orange. I have a lot of orange at home, but I don't have a lot of one color. I only probably have like one ball of a color. Now, should we do fall pastel or fall deep colors? What y'all think of this color? I think this color is cute. These two, or should I do one of these, well, two of these with green, like one green. El bag is secure, and we're about to go back home, and I'm about to show y'all how to make it. It's not hard, it's really easy. Oh, look what it says. Jesus is coming. Repent and be saved. Y'all go be saved. Get close with the Lord, okay? Back in the crib, you know that I'm on a... Sorry, not so sorry, because y'all need to be jamming. We need a jam session together. We need, actually, I feel like I be calling y'all, hey students, but really y'all are my friends because, duh. So, friends, I got my electric knitting machine. I was gonna do both central and electric just to give you the demo, but honestly they're the same thing and I don't feel like it. So we're gonna stick to these two colors. Now when I did this blanket the first time, I'm gonna show you guys the blanket. Okay, this is the blanket and it is a lot stretchier. I feel like it's gonna be a lot stretchier than this blanket because it was made with, I don't even know, I don't remember the kind of yarn, but it's a little more of a stretchy yarn. So let's get started. Okay, so the equipment I have is a hook. I also have the hook that it came with just because I know that hooks are so easy to lose. So I have two hooks. I have a darning needle and I have my electric knitting machine. I also have my two balls of yarn. Now I do have 4, so I have 2 of each color, but I want to work with these 2 first just to see if how much I'm gonna use. And I also have this yarn that I already had in my house. This is just gonna be for like the border or the pom-poms, whichever way I decorate it. Okay, now for this project we're working in circular mode. I think we're like 30. We're gonna do 30 rows. 30 a pop. How many squares was that? 4. I think I did them down this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 4, 4, 4 of each. So, okay, so each row has 4, so you're gonna do each row has 4, so you're going to do, let's see, each row has Each row has 5 squares. So essentially, you're going to start 2 rows with one color and then 2 rows with the other color. Okay, we're casting on. Now you're going to take your string and you are going to drop it in the center, but you are going to hook it under your very first peg. Then you're going to go back and forth, so under, behind, under, behind, under, behind, until you make it all the way around. Once you've made it all the way around, you're going to just stick your yarn into your yarn gauge, and then you are going to do 30 rows for each color. So 30 with the orange, 30 with the green, 30 with the orange, 30 with the green, 30 with the orange. The color that you start with is the color that you end with. So I made it back around to my 30th row. And now I'm going to switch my yarn off by taking it out of the yarn gauge, snipping it, leaving a little string. Then I'm going to drop it in the center. And for the second color, you do not have to cast on. You just have to drop your yarn into the gauge and leave a little string in the center, just so you can connect both strings together so your work doesn't become unloose. And then you are going to turn on your machine again and just let it wind up for another 30. So your next number will be 60. You might want to just go in here and tie it together a little bit. I've created all of my rows, so I have this orange, green, orange, green, orange. Whatever color you start with is the color you end with. And now in order to take this off without it unraveling, you could just press your button and let it wind up on its own, but you will end up losing a lot of rows. So what you're going to do is you're going to take some waste yarn and you are going to add it on to the tension gauge, and you are going to just turn on your machine and let it wind up a few rows, so that when you take it off you won't lose any of the rows that you actually need. Okay, I did 3 extra rows and I'm just going to cut it off, drop this in the middle, and then press my button and let it just come off on its own. Okay. What your first panel will look like, and all of the rest of your panels will end up looking like this. You're just going to stretch it out, you know, because that makes it a lot longer. And then you're going to put this to the side, and then you're going to make one more panel that's starting with the orange or whatever color you have, and then you're going to make 2 more panels starting with the opposite color. Okay, so off camera I connected 3 of these panels, and now I'm just going to show you how I sealed off the top and how I connected them together. So for the very first row, or the top that I did previously, I didn't do a waste yarn row, so this one is going to be a lot different from this one. On the side where you didn't use any waste yarn, you're going to want to turn your work inside out so that you can crochet on the inside of the panel, just so that it makes it look a little more clean, because as you can see, this piece is very clean and this one is clean, but it's not the same. But if I didn't do it on the inside of the panel, then it would be a lot less, you know, clean. When you were first starting your row, I told you to drop a long string into the circle of your knitting machine, and if you didn't, you can always just retie on a string. You're going to want to make sure that all of your loose ends are lined up together, so that's where you would start doing your crochets to seal off the top. So you would just go under, you are just going to create single crochets, and because there aren't really any stitches, you're just going to go under this one on this side and this one on this side. So you're going to go through a loop on both sides, and you're just going to do that all the way down. Once you've crocheted all the way down, you are going to just yarn over and pull your string tight. And then you can turn it back outside so you're seeing the pattern that you are going to see for your blanket. In order to tie off the top piece, you're going to start where you have no extra string. So on the opposite side of this string, you're going to start here, and you are going to pick up your very first loop, and you are going to go under your first loop, pull it through. Then you're going to turn and you're going to go under this loop, pull it through, this loop, pull it through, this loop, pull it through. So you're just going back and forth under each loop on each side. So you go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way on each side until you reach the end. Once you reach the end of your row, you're going to pull it tight, and then you are going to be able to unravel your waist yarn by just pulling it. You can pull it from the top or the bottom. Now, in order to connect the panels together, you are going to line it up, and in every single one of these stitches there is this loop here. So you're gonna go under your V and pull up a loop. Go under your V and pull up a loop, but you're gonna start at the top. I was just showing you as an example. So you go through here. Now the very first the top might be hard to find just because, you know, it might be a little janky, or maybe yours is better than mine, but you're going to go through side by side. So you go under your V, pull up your loop, pull through. Under the V, pull up the loop, go through. Under the V, under the V, pull up your loop, go through. Under the V, pull up the loop, go through. And you do that all the way down. Once you got all your panels connected together, you're going to want to secure all of your loose ends. And for me, some of the loose ends I just tie a knot between them, and then I'll weave them into the back loops of the panels. And for some of them, I just take my hook and I do a little single crochet. I pull it through, and then I'll weave this through the back panels. Okay, and what I mean by weave it in is you're going to take your hook, well, you're going to take your weaving needle, you're going to take the loose end of the yarn, and you are just going to go into the V's and stick it in, pull your loop, pull it out, and then pull it all the way down, and then cut off your excess, and then you just, you know, stretch it out a little bit, and your loose end is now hidden. Okay, this is what the blanket looks like. I added some pom-poms on the end just to, you know, spice it up a little bit. And if you want to learn how to make pom-poms and a bunch of different, you know, YouTube videos, if y'all want me to make a YouTube video, I'll make a YouTube video for y'all. Just leave it down below that y'all want me to make a video, make how I made the pom-poms, and I will. It's really easy. I just wrap them around my finger, cut it, then I, you know, fluffed it out. But this is what the blanket is looking like. And this is what the other one looked like, the very first one. They're literally identical, just two different colors. All right, Yarniverse students, thank you for tuning. Oh, my Yarniverse friends, thank you for tuning into my video today. I truly appreciate you. If you've ever come across my videos, be sure to like, share, and comment down below any suggestions that you have for me to make, because I love suggestions. It makes me feel like you guys want me to make new things, because, you know, you want to like just test my abilities. I don't know, just comment down below even if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.